Hello. Hello. Just 7 minutes after midnight. And coming to you in a corner. Um, some reflection and let's say where do I begin? Uh, went through a bin of like last personal items that I might not want to get rid of, right? Um, So it was like stashed away for about a year at least, right? And just like pulling each item out. And to me, everything has a meaning to it. It's bringing back memories and I'd say like I have this side effect of building walls. Let's say, you know, I want to safeguard things that are coming up in my life or things that I'm going through that I'm feeling. So I get these mental blocks or something, right? It's like each item I'm pulling out of this like a treasure chest. It's just a cache, a box, like a time capsule of memories that speak to me from the end of my community in about December 2023. Some declarations I made, you know, opening up to my family members about what I'm faced with, where we're headed. Yeah, it's about 3 years of keys that open these doors. I got these walls, but I'm opening doors to each memory. So kind of want to just like film a mess all over the floor, but everything speaks something, and it's interesting. Just just from the eye, it looks like a pile of garbage. But there's a there's sentimental value that in the midst of getting rid of everything and having to make a big move in my life, um, these things stuck stuck around. So one thing that stuck around, um, that was really important was a Christmas ornament, fairy, and that was in my bag that traveled with me personally. There's a there's a folder here. I'm just kind of going through it real quick, like, oh, what do we got here? It's just some kind of random pieces of art. Maybe I assigned to my daughters, different different people that I got my mind on. Stuff stuff that helped me get through the actual period of my time where I had to reflect on myself. I really had nothing else to focus on. And some things that stood out to me, I just thought worth documenting. So, some interesting old thought processes here. This is all just a folder, but this is where we're starting. Some unreleased stuff. So it goes something like this. Dear Nat, this past year has been a tough tear to shed without your eyes. Love will find a way. I wish my words find you in good health. ILY. I love you. And the highlight to that was a written poem. So it says, getting to know you, I feel more safe. Getting to hide you, I feel more love. Getting you to know me, I feel more faith. Getting you to hide me, I feel more peace. Thank you, Natasha, Natalie, Diamond, and a true leader. Beta, cheater, is a beater. It's an anime reference. A sword art online is a dot hack sign. Um, ASAL equals a hack sign A plus. Dr. Wilson. So, uh, Dr. Wilson is a reference to Wade Wilson, uh, in Deadpool. Dear Nat, This past year has been a tough tear to shed without your eyes. Love will find a way. I wish my words find you in good health. I love you. ILY. So then it goes into an actual form of a song. And I don't know that I can actually sing this, but at the time of writing these, it was written as a note to you, like a rough draft of the ideas, and then actually breaking them down. So, Nat, Ash, like AQI, Nat, Lee, PRG. So, what you would be seeing is like syllables broken up in a phonetic way of saying something. Getting to know you, I feel more safe. Getting to hide you, I feel more love. Getting you to know me, I feel more faith. Getting to hide, I feel more peace. Thank you, Natasha, Natalie, a diamond and a truly. So, where my mind was at when I wrote this was in a way to pour my heart out or express myself, deeper. Uh, I don't know why I had this poem written like this, but it is. It says underneath, it's not a part of the song. It doesn't have it broken down with the letters and the what is it? The syllables, right? It says beta cheater is a beater. Sword art line is a dot hack sign. ASAL equals a hack sign. A plus by Dr. Wilson. So it was written and then rewritten to explain it, and then written as a basic letter, as a note. So these were kind of the highlights that were um, in my important stuff I really didn't want to get rid of, that I eventually wanted to share. And this was the dragon that it was wrapped in as a note. So all those 3 letters were packaged away for a later date. It's all inside of this folder here that I was saving as art during the about year of blackout time. So again, we're talking like 2023. I'm going through a lot of different stuff. You can see where my mind is at with examples like the amount of fidgeting I did. I literally used wrapping techniques and intertwined things together. Uh, Things that are important, but I literally started meshing, like just mashing up things together. So this white rope had a significance. It's a handcuff key that I used for my handcuff setups. and this was like a dangerous rope dart kind of a tool, or uh, this would be used for like strangling. The way this chain comes out, and it was wrapped in a way that it's not a weapon. It's a piece of art now, as a belt. Can't actually, uh, a belt clip can't actually clip a belt. The rope can't actually, harness my key. The key can't actually strangle somebody. It's a weapon turned into a piece of art. Very strange, but that's the explanation. We have another piece of like these orange ropes. They were used as tributes. Some people know. Some live videos that I used those with. Some don't. But it was some bondage stuff. This was a clip and paracord, like a set that came out of a sports store, and I did various knots and designs, wrapping techniques that turned this into kind of a tail. It actually functioned as a belt. That was my waist size. I got some excess rope here. I don't need to explain any of that, but we do have it. There was a chain that I had that was the same length as that rope. Some wraps here. It's from a lot of training I was doing at the time. Yeah, that's that little corner. We got a nice piece of art here. Second one here. Let's see. We got a knight defending the dragon's fire. These bags are like my straps and cables, all the essential cables I needed for my gear. There's some interesting books. All right, so we got an art book. It's a throwback to a really cool dude, To the Monsters. It's a spider hole tribute to monsters. Oh shoot. We got notes hidden in a book. I'll have to save that for another time. I just seen it. Where'd it go? I just seen it. I wrote out a magic deck in this book. That really happened. Oh, dude. That was my mind. Empty. My mind was empty. So this highlight, a book from my mother, a read along that's actually singing more secrets. Can you go through it? Let's see. So at one point, this actually held the pictures. Now it just holds like the places my mom worked at instead of her photos. That's some business cards that she meant to. So that's that secret. But we go to, you read through this book. Each page is a line from the song. It's a read along. When you get to the end, what's kind of cool about this book? A couple things, but there's some history in here. Fine. Sure. These are $10 in here. Then we got the song. Yeah, here we go. What is this song? With Spirit. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed twilight's last gleaming. You guys know this song? Come on. So we got the music written here for this. Proof through the night that our flag was still there. And it goes through these old flags that are pretty cool. Some U.S. history. If you know, you know. Gives you a description right underneath some of these. You got a church pennant, vice admiral, fleet admiral. Very cool detail. It's the different evolutions of their order. Cool book. Cool book. Couldn't get rid of it. Had the Star Spangled Banner illustrated by Peter's Fire. And had to keep that with me. Good memory of that. Alright, let's move on. We got that large beard I had. This was a beard kit. A note to my mom. She never got it, but I held on to it. This is Magic the Gathering decks. Got a few of them in here. The nice thing I have in here that might come out is when we have these cards. Oh shoot! This thing that doesn't work. That phone died, man. Holy shoot. Got a charger. The brick. Counting information. Whatever that is. I got a charger. But the takeaway in here should be the card protectors. This one's a thick card protector. Yeah, maybe I don't have any more in here, huh? Art designs, flowers. This highlight's a little boring. It's not as cool as it could be. Got Arizona Justice Center. But we have a couple card sleeves here. Plastic card sleeves. And our base for a wheel demonstration. Tire wheel. So maybe expect some of that in the future, huh? We wouldn't use it with the card inside. So we at least have a couple cards here to work with. And then, highlight here, what is this? There was a time when we would take the wishes from the family, put them in a bag, things that we were grateful for, and we'd pull them out and talk about them. Like little prayer requests, things we're grateful for. That is in the middle of this from an older video some people might have seen that wouldn't be attached to this account. It's a heart during a Valentine date. I think it was 2024. That made it with us. Made the cut. We come over here. We have a sling that we used for concealing a knife. We had that video on TikTok. This was another special piece of rope. It was used in a photo shoot. And then after it was used, it was wrapped and tied in various knots to keep those wishes and prayers and emotions sealed. Then we had more of that same rope. This one was used as a rope dart exercises. This is the end that had something tied on it. This one basically, some of these pieces of rope were used in a bondage fashion. So it was tied around my neck in some form of a bow tie. Not a bow tie. What is that? Bolo? A western tie. Same thing, we had another piece of rope that was used towards like a sling, similar to that belt one, that olive colored one. And it was used towards rope dart. Now it holds keys. It's tied in a way that it can't be used. There was a point in time that I was on the hunt for cigar clubs. you know anything about cigar clubs, you'd have an idea what this is. Got our hobo tool. This came all the way from Burning Man 2008. Came with me to camp. As well as this little guy. Love this guy. We're running out of power. So this is going to be pretty much the end of the video. But if you've never seen these kind of things before, it's the Swiss goggles. Made it with me up in the mountain for another video when we did a hike. Got some little trinkets here. It's actually Flyowa. But you have kind of like a little stash spot where you have a bunch of memories stored in one spot. I don't know if you label that as a witchcraft thing or just like a little memory box or something. Get a bunch of memories stored in one place. So those clear sleeves would be something for like these cards, you know, really thin plastic. And those are what I would use to manipulate my energy in some videos you've seen. Some various twisting, knotting, some wire practice. This is examples of some what do you call it, prototypes and some jewelry I was trying to work with, chainmail designs I was trying to work with. All of these would wrap into each other. Very strange type of bends. I was doing some wire working during that time to keep myself occupied. Those are like the highlights. Like we have, you know, the leftovers of my gear, some strap locks that we bought. So you see the straps that I have are for some of the other instruments that don't need the strap locks. Some music gear. Got lots of strings here, bass strings. I did custom bass gauges on my guitar. Maybe there's a chance we could see that guitar in the future. Got the guitar strings. We needed to replace them. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a lot of junk, right? But at one point I had an iPod. That thing got smashed and thrown into an alleyway. So now we have the remnants of the cable. So I'm probably going to be making a Goodwill run, right? For things that are left over that we don't need no more. But say in the middle of these cables here, we got that Kraken headset. And it's like the USB connector to put that headset into the PlayStation. You know, leftover odds and ends. The hat my dad gave me kind of got packed away a little rough. Let's see what's left of the beckoning hat. But yeah, I think the highlights were really the beginning of the video there. The rest of these are just kind of memories that carried me through. A lot of aspirin and ibuprofen for some teeth headaches I was going through, you know. That's the kit and caboodle, huh? Nobody wants to see stuff like this. This is crazy. You got a link of chain,
You got a hook. In rope dart, you have a weighted end. And various weights on one end. You mark the end with a red flag. But essentially, this is a prototype uh, practice rope dart. You have a weighted end, and then you have the end that you're holding on to. Some more cables, tools. Yeah, we done. We done. There ain't nothing important in here. We upgraded our tuning knobs on that bass guitar. We went to black. Got a really nice set. Here's the original from the Warwick. Little things we got in here. Nothing super important. Just a toolbox. We got no more drill, but we got the drill bits. We got a hand driver. Chisel. It'd be like channel locks. Yeah, just some random tools, you know. If you need to work on a skateboard or something, replace a car battery, probably had it in here. A charger for that driver. That's it. Just a couple screwdrivers and a adjustable wrench. A bunch of parts for the bass guitar that we didn't throw away. What we don't have, I guess when I'm taking inventory out of all this stuff, we got the handcuff keys. Looks like I probably gave those handcuffs away, huh? Two sets. Two sets of handcuffs. Black set of Smith & Wesson. So if I go on duty, I might have to get those again. Yeah. Nice leather coats. Might see in the future. No, that stuff matters as much. But we got some of the tools that we can use for the meditation we were doing. And yeah, found some notes that I thought were worth sharing. Put my mind in a better spot. I was going through a lot of tough thoughts that year. Struggling. This is like a baseball card hard sleeve. It's like pretty thick. A couple layers in it. Yeah. What are we doing? Alright.